guys, so this is going to be a super quick stream. I saw it, and before I forgot about it, I wanted to tell you guys about it. According to, well, this is a survey ranking the best and worst states in the country. I can't believe New Jersey was number 48. So that means what? It's out of 50, it's like one of the worst states to live in is New Jersey. Maybe it's the pensions, who knows? But I wanted to show you guys this. Link is in the description below. Can you guys guess where my beautiful, unbiased Hawaii is on the list of best states in the U.S.? I'll show you guys. So playback speed, we'll go 1.5. So let's play.
A survey of the best states to live in just ranked New Jersey.
Okay, hold up a second. See my quality. Go higher. Look at that. Hawaii is number 1. Unsurprisingly, actually, I thought maybe Hawaii might be number 2, but look at that. People were asked to choose the better of 2 states from a list of 50 states in a head-to-head match. Figures shown as the percentage of times each state won up in their matchup. Now, this is according to Americans, people's perception of things. I'm kind of surprised, but look at New York. New York is the 8th best state to live in. It seems like it, right? Who the hell wants to live in New York? I really blame Sex and the City for this. I blame all the glamour for glamorization of New York for number 8, because as someone who is in New York right now, New York is not. If Hawaii is number 1, there is no way that freaking other states are below New York. New York is not a good state to live in. I think a lot of people will agree with me on that. The people who are living in New York, just many reasons why New York isn't that great. Safety issues, crime issues, of course. It's not a really good place to live in, and people might think it's really glamorous, but it isn't. So let's listen to this really quickly.
A survey of the best states to live in just ranked New Jersey 48th. The YouGov.com survey.
That's surprising. Number 48. Genuinely shocking to me.
It was based on asking people the better of 2 states in a series of head-to-head matchups, and then those states were ranked based on win percentages. New Jersey won just 39% of its head-to-head matchups. That's just one better than Mississippi and Alabama. The state of New Jersey responded with this tweet. New York came in 8th overall. The top states were Hawaii and Colorado. Katie Johnston for CBS and New York.
Hawaii! Oh, I'm so shocked Hawaii is considered one of the best states to live in. Yeah, so I've been trying to tell Lewis, I was telling him hey, maybe think about going to Hawaii, because Hawaii is a happy state. We're a great state. We're happy. We got a lot of sunshine. We got the ocean. When you look out the window, you will either see mountains or you'll see ocean, and it's a beautiful blue, gorgeous ocean. Just so calming. There's not really too much things to do in Hawaii if you don't like hiking. If you're not an outdoors person, you kind of just do the same thing over and over and over again. Anybody from Honolulu, Hawaii will kind of attest to that. It's like you just kind of, yeah, there's no Broadway real show to go to. Yeah, you can go to Ward Theater, watch some movie, but who the hell does that? And it's so freaking expensive. Yeah, there's not too much you can pack on a little island, but we definitely have a lot of we don't have a lot of the aggressive people that there are in New York by far. And I don't know. Maybe I don't know how Georgia, Texas, Maine is. I refuse to think Maine is worse than New York. Okay, Maine, when we went to Maine, it was such a beautiful place. Alaska, I don't know too much about that. Montana seems to be a very beautiful state. Same as Michigan, Wyoming, Connecticut, Rhode Island. Well, what's the problem with Rhode Island? But I haven't been there, so maybe I'm interpreting something wrong. Freaking New York should not be number 8. New York should be way lower. But again, this is according to people's perception about New York. Again, there's too much people who think too highly of New York. And yeah, if New York is number 8, then that's kind of insulting to the rest of the states, because I think the other states are better off than New York. At least New York should at least be 25 or something. But yeah, see? Seems like New Jersey is way better than New York in terms of education living costs. I'm a New Yorker, Long Island, by the way. Oh, look at this. Freaking Team Long Island over here. So I know we have a few people over here who live in Long Island and they seem to love it. And whenever you hear about the shenanigans happening in New York, they're probably thinking like, or Manhattan area or Brooklyn, they're like, oh, yep, well, I'm in Long Island. See? So yeah, exactly. Everyone in New York is flocking to Jersey for jobs, school, cost of living. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I refuse to believe New Jersey should be all the way down here. If anything, I think it should have been swapped up. But again, this is all just perception. Um, so New York, as I have stated before in my streams, not too bad to travel to, but not a good place to live in. It's stressful. People are not. People are just way too aggressive. I don't know why they get mad really easily. They raise their blood pressure up for whatever reason. I don't know why. But you don't have this stuff in Hawaii. And Hawaii, we're a land of happiness. Let's see. Look at this. We were listed as the happiest state overall for 2020, right? We're constantly ranked as the happiest state, and there's a reason for that. So even though Lewis complains to me about Hawaii being so remote, guess what? We're remote and we're surrounded by a big, beautiful blue ocean, and maybe that's why we're happy. See that? You get to look at your diamond head over here. You get to be on the beach. Yeah, this is, oh, look at that. Look at this. Happiest state in 2020. We're just so great. And then this is, yeah, look at that. Look at the people over here. They just look so happy. It's really good. It's beautiful. Now, we don't live in like frickin', we actually live in houses, okay? So don't think we all live in the beach side or something. No, that's like the buku buck millionaire kind of stuff. But I feel like, yeah, people are more chill in Hawaii. They're not aggressive. They just kind of go with the flow. They stay on Hawaii time, so maybe it's a little too slow for some people. But you can feel like the sincere warmth in people in Hawaii. And yeah, just don't have an ego. Don't have an ego. Don't be like an asshole. As long as you're not an asshole and as long as you're respectful to people, like people will be respectful to you and they're kind of happy-go-lucky. That's what the best way I'll describe it. It's like people don't start stuff with other people for no apparent reason. You don't get dirty looks unless you do something that causes you to get a dirty look. But I've got to more dirty looks in freaking New York than I have in Hawaii. And I lived in Hawaii for 30 years and, well, New York, yeah. Yeah, just so anyway, I would recommend if you guys want to check out beautiful happy states, definitely go to Hawaii. Check that out. Cost of living in Hawaii sucks. It's like New York, but the pay is a lot lower than New York. You won't have a lot of this. You can wear what you want outside in Hawaii. You can show your knees and you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about people looking aggressively at you if you have a sun umbrella. What is the happiest state in America? West Virginia? Okay, let's see. Unhappiest states. Let's see if New York is in here. Rhode Island? Oh, geez. Oh, no. Oh, maybe that's why Rhode Island. Look, worst state in the country for business due to slow economic growth and poor infrastructure. Florida. Florida's not happy. What else we got? Maine? What? Oh, yeah, lack of job opportunities. Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, I remember I was hearing something about that. Let's see, New York. Where's New York? I'm betting New York is in here. Ohio, Indiana, Michigan. Missouri. Is New York in here? Alaska, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky. Louisiana, oh, Oklahoma, Arkansas. What was the first one? West Virginia. Where's West Virginia on here? Freaking West Virginia has, what was it? The most miserable state. It has the highest rate of adult depression, and then Arkansas is one of the poorest states in the nation. And yeah, Arkansas is above New Jersey, and West Virginia, with the huge depression, is higher than New Jersey. I guess Americans' perception is really flawed on this. Again, this is all just about self-perception, right? But yeah, as a person who lived in Hawaii most of her life, Hawaii's it's a very easygoing state. I really do miss the warmth of the people there. I miss I miss just being able to just kick back and just, yeah, like people in Hawaii will just like randomly chat with you sometimes, and they just say it with, they give you like a genuine smile. Like you can tell they have a good heart. But in New York, it's just like, don't say anything. Like keep to yourself. Yeah, New York is on the list. New York is not on the happiest, is not on the unhappiest state. Maybe they were so unhappy they didn't want to report on here. Who cares? But yeah, look at this. Hawaii is the happiest state of 2020. Oh, I love Hawaii so much. Oh, happiest states in America. Need a change of scenery? Okay, hold up. I'm going to send this to Lewis. Need a change of series? This is the happiest state for a third year in a row. Make a beeline for Hawaii. In the third year running, the Aloha State has been crowned the happiest state in the United States. See? Lewis wants to like he wants to go somewhere. He wants to he feels depressed in New York. I have said this constantly. Hawaii. You see it? Am I shilling enough for Hawaii? Yeah, see? So it's a combination of the emotional and physical well-being. And we have the second lowest share of adult depression, fourth lowest divorce rate, and it ranks fifth for income growth. Really? Income growth? I don't know. But, yeah, see? Well, you can also go Utah, though. Happiest state on the East Coast is New Jersey. Oh, that's surprising. So yeah, according to Forbes, they say happiest state is New Jersey on the East Coast, but over here, according to this survey, per Americans, New Jersey ranks 48th. Something's screwy over here. Something is screwy. But I wanted to share that with you guys. And again, if you guys need a little pep thing, you guys wanted a little pick-me-upper, and you guys want to travel somewhere, I would say just check out Hawaii. Go into the nice little ocean, see the Hawaiian sunshine. It's really hot. It's really humid. You're going to get sunburned. You're going to get a t-shirt tan, but you get to eat really good, like malasadas from Leonard's Bakery, and you get to have Zippy's chili and eat at L&L and have a Liliha Bakery cream puff and eat Waiala shave ice. Yeah, and even go Kaimaki crack seed store. That's good too. But all this stuff. Oh my goodness! I wish I could have like some mac nut, toffee mac nut. The Hawaiian Host toffee mac nuts are really good. Oh, I haven't had that in such a long time. Yeah. So Jersey is messed up. I know Jersey is messed up on the pension plan, but I don't know too much about that. There are people who live in Jersey and they're very happy with it. Jersey is a beautiful state. Garden City, so much greenery left and right. But let me show you guys. New Jersey greenery. I don't know why I heard the state is all screwed up. Maybe they spend too much money on water, or maybe it's the pensions, maybe it's both of them. But yeah, Jersey is a beautiful state. Yeah, okay, you don't see pictures of it. Yeah, frick. Yeah, okay, no, never mind. Okay, not a valid picture. But yeah, some places in Jersey are absolutely stunning. Definitely is different than New York. New York is litter bug central. I don't know if I shared, I never shared it with you guys yesterday. So yesterday when I'm walking to the supermarket, there's this guy walking out a convenience store, right? Like a bodega. It's basically like a place where they sell, like snacks, drinks, cigarette, alcohol. So he walks out of the front door, right? He's about 6 feet away from the trash can, which is right in front of him, okay? You know what he does? He just drops his freaking chip bag right at the front door. He doesn't even make it to the trash can. So there's another guy, right? There's another guy who stops him and is like, hey, pick up your trash. And he just ignores him and he just walks right past him to get into his car. Yeah. And I saw it and I was thinking about, picking it up, but the other guy, he was like an older gentleman, but he was already picking it up. But yeah, see, it's like in freaking New York, like people are just so freaking entitled and they just be like, I do what I like. Like I trash whatever I want. And you know what else? Like I know people are going to give me shit about this, but like if you go to like the Hasidic Jewish communities, they have a lot of trash too. And I've always wondered like, why the hell is there so much trash in a Hasidic Jewish neighborhood? Now, this is what I'm talking about. When I talk about Hasidic Jewish, this is what I talk about. So it's the people that, you know, they have like their traditional wear, right? And you would not expect these people to be freaking litter bugs, but I've seen people just like toss things out on the street, and or they'll open their cars up and then they'll just toss a bag of trash right outside their window, like with no regard. And the thing is that they're doing it within their own neighborhood. Like you would imagine, like a person who looks like this, right? You know, with the suit and the dress shirt and the hat, they would take care of their community, they would make sure it's cleaned up, but they just don't give a some of them. And it just shocked me. I've always wondered, like, how can a community that cares so much about how they dress and they look prim and proper, just be total litter bugs? So, yeah, there's just so much litter in that place. There's a bunch of litter in those Hasidic Jewish communities. Like I said, I've seen people throw things out in even our neighborhood. There's people who just say, like, screw it. I don't care if the trash can is 6 feet in front of me. I'm just going to throw it on the ground. And it's this whole mentality of, yeah, I don't know if it's just like spite or if they don't want to deal with it or they think they're so good or they're so rich or whatever. And those people are not rich, okay? I shouldn't make that kind of statement, but I'm gonna be betting that if you're coming out of a cheap bodega, you're probably not like Mr. Moneybags here. But it's like who do you expect is gonna clean that up for you, right? Like if why aren't you just throwing stuff into the freaking trash can? Or just keep it into your car, put it in a plastic bag, and then when you get to a trash can, just cleanly dump it in there. It is such an eyesore, and it's such a like pollution hazard when you see these trash bags and stuff like lying on chip bags, bottles, like lying all over the place. And it's just because people are probably thinking, I am too good to throw things in the trash. Throwing stuff in the trash is beneath me. I am not a peasant. I am an important person. So, yeah, it's one of the things that really pisses me off. And it's like Hawaii, people tend to be very good about throwing stuff in the trash. Like, yes, we do have a litter problem, but it's not nearly as bad as New York. It's definitely not as bad as some of these Hasidic communities that I see. And it's like they don't even give a shit about it. Like, you don't see people really picking this kind of stuff up. So yeah, it's like I just don't understand it. Like if you live in a community, right? And you work there and you drive in there, if you throw litter out in your community, who the hell do you think is going to see it? It's going to be your own people, right? It's going to be your own neighbors. It's going to be your family. If I throw like a chip bag right in front of where we live, right? Let's say I throw a whole bunch of trash, right? And I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. Like, I'm just gonna throw the stuff on the trash because that's you know what? I'm better than that. Someone else can pick my litter. I am too good to pick up my own litter. I'm too good to throw it in a trash can, right? I get to see that trash in that community until someone picks it up. And I think it's very wrong to have this mentality that someone beneath me is going to do it. That's their job to do it, right? The garbage man can pick it up. But yeah, I'm not a garbage man. I'm better than the garbage man. So yeah, I don't do that stuff. I am too good to throw stuff in the trash can. I am too rich or I'm too high to put it. Just looks like it makes a person look like a prick. So again, when that old gentleman tried to tell that other person like, hey, pick up your trash, he just ignored him. And it was sad because it's like the older gentleman, I think he was about 60 years old. The younger guy probably looked like he was about 35, 40, and he just didn't give a crap. He just walked past it. So you see that there's not respect for your elders at all. And yeah, the older guy had to pick up the trash and he put it aside. And it's like the older guy, I feel bad for him because he's probably seeing he's probably seeing his community. It's like people don't respect him, right? I'm sure that like back in the olden times, people had more respect for their elders, but now it's like, you know, you can't tell me what to do. I do what I like. You know, I'm big, I'm powerful, that kind of stuff. And it's sad. It's sad. So, so please don't be a litter bug. If you decide to throw things out, think about it has a downward effect. And some people, it's just easy for them to say, oh, I got trash in my car, throw it out the window. Oh, that's someone else's problem. That's not my problem. Haha, I have a clean car. Haha, some poor person can clean the road. Because yeah, I make, let's say, $20 an hour, and a person might make minimum wage and they can do it because yeah, I'm not a minimum wage worker. It's like that kind of stuff pisses me off. So yeah, I see a lot of what's perceived to be elitism in New York from people that shouldn't be that kind of thing, and it's just like a lot of assholes, and a lot of disrespect. And it really saddens me. I don't see this kind of stuff in Hawaii. And yeah, we do have a few litter bugs, but it's not as grotesque as it is in New York. That's like I see cigarette butts like around, but it's not. It's just like people don't want to keep into the car. It's like, okay, yeah, flick. People do that kind of stuff, but in New York, it's on a whole different level. In my opinion, just my opinion. People don't give a shit if they throw it on the ground. They don't care if they just leave their bottles, just carelessly around. I saw this one guy. Okay. He was right outside where we live, and he was sitting on this little fence thing, right? This little short post, and he dropped his carton of juice or something. I don't know. It was some kind of like carton of juice, and he was probably about 5, 7 years older than me, and he just didn't give a fuck. He was like, I don't care if the trash can is 6 feet in front of me. Again, there was a trash can 6 feet in front of him. He could have dumped it in. He was just like, I don't care. So it's like people just be like, oh, that's not, it's my trash, but someone else can do it. You see, like I said, this stuff disturbs me. So I pick up trash if I see it around because it pisses me off, and I know other people will be like, yeah, some other poor person can pick up my trash. I'm too good to put my stuff in a trash can, and it just litters the community. It makes me very sad to see this kind of stuff, and yeah. So I know that around where we live there are community cleanups. That's the best way I can describe them as, and yeah, there's a lot of people who just say like, hey, let's clean up our community, let's make sure it's clean again. And I don't know how it is, but I think it's freaking sad when you have to, instead of asking people to stop littering, you have all these signs asking people to help clean up. Maybe it's because people give up on this stuff. Maybe it's because you know how the community is, so as a result of that, it's easier to ask people to clean it up rather than ask these freaking assholes to stop littering. But yeah, it just sucks. So we'll see how things go. And I see I got one dislike, probably from a person who's a litter bug. I'm just gonna say it out loud. Or maybe it's a person who's offended because they're like, frick, Hawaii's #1. But please be mindful about what you do for other people. Please do not just have this entitlement attitude where, yeah, I'm better than you, or I'm better than people in my community, and just trash your own living area because it's stupid. And I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. What I have learned from seeing like these kind of people is that you can still be a litter bug, and you can still be an asshole even if you wear a suit and this kind of stuff. And I would expect more from these kind of people, because you would think with you're really religious, you should care deeply about taking care of the environment, and you should care deeply about being nice and respectful to others. But sometimes that's not the case. And I'm not going to generalize as everybody, but yeah, there are some pretty prominent litter bugs in that community, as in with any community. But it just shocks me, right? Because if you have like such formal dress wear kind of thing, shouldn't you be more on top of it than, let's say, a person who looks, who looks like, yeah, they don't have to stick with like a standard dress code, right? You kind of think that, right? Like a person who has like a school uniform should be more disciplined than a person who doesn't have a school uniform. But yeah, I wish that the community holds these people accountable, but maybe they don't, and I think that sometimes if you're in an ultra religious community, you should have people saying, hey, you guys are fucking around, you guys need to take care of this community, we need to be setting an example about how we care about how we live and stuff like that, not just say, fuck it, let's throw litter around the place. But who knows? Maybe it's all about perception. Maybe you don't want to be seen with trash, so you're just like, frick it, I'm just going to throw it out of my car because my car's going to look pretty without the trash, and it's too inconvenient for me to go to a trash can. Who knows? I'm not even going to make that excuse. It's just some stupid shit. So, yeah, YouTube is really going to like my language in this video. That's all. Okay, I'm going to go and eat something because, yeah, I'm getting hangry thinking about all these